Like I said, this could have turned really bad. Like I said, I don't know where it could have gone had the police come in and they basically took her word for something, that she said that I didn't do or what have you. Like I said, we've seen it a number of other times as well.
Owens spoke exclusively to GMA overnight about the incident and that racially charged statement.
If the roles were reversed, I'd probably be in jail or something to that magnitude right now, honestly. And just the statement that she made, obviously, that came out of her mouth, the comments exactly was a black man approaching a white woman. I think that kind of says what you want to know, about the situation.
So Terrell Owens is speaking out after he posted what you're going to see in a second, the video of his interaction with that neighbor that was calling the police on him and was concerned about her safety and the reasons behind it. And the reasons behind it being what was really the kicker here. Let's watch what he put up.
Good, what's up, sir?
Not much. What's going on, folks?
I'm driving to my mailbox. She telling me I'm speeding, telling me to slow down.
Slow down, and he rolled down his window and he started harassing.
First of all, I didn't harass you. She telling me to slow down. I said, what do you mean slow down? I said, yo, I'm just going to the mailbox. And then she goes, get the out the middle of the road.
Across the street and you almost hit me.
First of all, I didn't almost hit you. Now you just making up stuff.
No, I literally
just like a Karen.
You almost hit me.
I did. How did I almost hit you? And I'm going to the mailbox.
I was a Karen.
Yeah, I'd call you a Karen when I came over here after you said I called the police. Absolutely. Then you went on to say, oh, I'm the subject of the HOA meeting, this and that and the other. I got liens on my house, this and that and the other. Then you start bringing up my status, who I was, my HBO, my VH1. You the one brought it up, lady. I did it. You did it. You did.
So as police officers there, Terrell Owens is having this fight with this neighbor, I assume, and accusations are flying all over the place. But here's the kicker I was talking about, because she has a full explanation as to why this was such an egregious act of him to call her a Karen. And then after she cusses and screams at him, he responds. And that was the harassing that she was talking about, alleged harassing that she was talking about. But listen to her explanation as to why this is something that really needed the cops there. Watch.
Hey, folks.
First of all, I didn't almost hit her. Sir, no, I'm fine, sir. First of all, I didn't almost hit her.
I understand that. Just relax.
I'm not finna sit up here.
He ran the stop sign.
Well, there is no stop sign. What are you talking about?
I understand that. Where you hit?
I wasn't, but I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and started harassing me. He put his car in park.
Right, because you're gonna yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
You're a black man approaching a white woman.
First of all, you had your boy right here, your husband right here. So first of all, I don't do that type of stuff.
Relax.
You did. You put your car in park and you came at me.
First of all, I didn't come at you.
Yes, you did.
You can stop all of that, Karen.
The worst part about that, you're a black man and I'm a white woman. You approached me, and that's the crime that was committed in her mind. Is that she doesn't even understand exactly how that looks and sounds, and how much of a throwback she's tossing out there. And Farron, I wanted to bring up because I just saw this as of like yesterday, I think, or even this morning, the woman that accused Emmett Till back in 1950s of whistling or catcalling her that led to his horrific murder. Those specific potential charges in that arrest warrant that was put out for her years and years ago, a grand jury then said, yeah, no big deal. So although things apparently have changed, they haven't really changed that much. Lastly, Terrell Owens posted this asking people to sign a petition that would force people like this particular neighbor of his that would be calling cops on folks and saying a black man shouldn't stop his car, put it in park after I've been screaming obscenities at him, shouldn't do those things as they call police for these types of altercations. They're looking for the police backup. It's like the personal security, and they're hoping they'll take care of it. We've seen it countless times. There's a reason why the term Karen became so well known. But the fallout, I'm not sure where there's gonna go or even if there's gonna happen. But when it comes to these types of things, the punishment for calling the cops and saying, here, go get them, really hasn't materialized yet.
And that's what we have to have in these situations. I mean, we have seen, a couple areas in the United States trying to, pass legislation that would penalize these people who call the cops over these frivolous things like, oh, he almost did something, but really I'm just afraid because I'm a white woman and he's a black guy, so clearly I need the cops to intervene here. And what I love the most is the fact that as long as they continue talking, eventually they're always going to give it up, right? The more they talk, right? Because she didn't immediately say, "Oh, it's because I'm a white woman," but she just kept going and eventually gave up the game at that point. So that is what happens, and that's why it is so important to be able to film interactions like this, because things like this have obviously been happening, long before the advent of cell phones with cameras. It's just that now we get to see it in real time, right? People can film it and we can expose these individuals. But you're right, there does have to be accountability, because a lot of times I do think these people call the cops in the hopes that, oh, maybe I'm gonna get one of those cops that's gonna shoot first and ask questions later, and then I get to,
take
be
care
the
of my
victim.
business.
Exactly.
They take care of my business for me.
Yeah, that's what I think, and that's scary. It's scary.
And think about this last part here. We celebrate the fact that now everyone's recording it and these people are being exposed and the cops are having a chance to have some accountability when it comes to body camera or just citizens reporting this. People say, record the cops, record these interactions. And it's a celebratory type of thing, like finally we can get some kind of justice. But the whole basis behind that idea that we've all accepted, even us folks that have to deal with these types of interactions, is we have to literally, in the middle of a tense, potentially violent situation, pull out something to record proof, because the normalcy of our society is we're not gonna believe that guy. And the only reason we won't believe him is because of who he is, what he looks like, and his ethnic background. Let's keep that all the way real. And that's a relief to us. We can now record to prove to you guys that we're not the subhuman beings that you've always said we were, and that we're this collective group of liars that just wants to come after you. When actually many times, people like this lady is the one that's the aggressor. So recording has to happen in the middle of a tense, violent, angry situation with someone coming after you. Okay, sure. That's the normalcy.